Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel in Programming Knowledge Prime. So in the previous tutorial, we were talking about the basics of Python. We are talking about what is the advantages of the Python language, why the Python language is briefly used in our today's world. Okay, so Python is used in different fields. Okay, different fields in computer science and engineering, not only the computer science and engineering, in different statistical ways, or you can say in economical way. Okay, so Python is a very useful language, but there is a one single problem of Python, because Python is an interpreted language. Okay, so this is the main reason why the Python is become slower than any other language like C++, the common language. Okay, but there is a many advantages of Python, because Python has a rich library. Okay, in machine learnings and artificial intelligence, Python use a lot. Okay, so I am starting my video. Okay, so today we are talking about the some basic data types. Okay, so to learn a language, at first we learn the what is the data types. Okay, data type to specify the data types of the Python language. There are the five standard data types, five standard data types. Okay, so one is the first one is the int data type. Second one is the class. If you see here, class int. And second one is the float data type. Sorry, float float data type. Third one is the uh, list tuple tuple and dictionary. Okay, dictionary data. Oh, sorry, dict dict dict. The short form is dict. Okay, the short form is dict. So the name dictionary is not defined. The short form is defined by the dict, means dictionary. Okay, we are briefly discuss the each data type. Okay, in our next tutorials. Okay, so today we are discuss about the int data type. Okay, int means integer. Those who are learned the C++ language, they are familiar with this data type. The data type is int. Int is represent integer. The integer data type. Okay. So in Python is a object-oriented programming language. Object-oriented programming language means everything in the Python is treating as an object. Okay, is treating as an object in Python language. Okay, so in Python every and each data type of a object. Okay, in Python every and each data type, okay, of it's a object. Okay, so what is the difference between the there are the specific difference between the class and structure. If you learn the C, we see that in the structure we can define the different data types. In a structure we can define the integer, a float. Okay, also a string data type, or you can say the character. Okay, but in Python there is a no, not at all. Okay, in Python there is a special another data type. What is the name? The Python is defined the complex. In mathematics we are learn about this term complex means 4 plus 3j. Complex means the j is represent the imaginary number. In mathematics there is a very known term. Okay, very common term. J in mathematics we represent it I means imaginary number, root minus 1. Okay, so Python defined these data types also, complex data types. Okay, so in Python, everything will be treating as an object, because Python is an object-oriented programming language. Okay, so in Python, if you suppose in C, if you learn C, I am telling I am taking a difference between the C language and the Python language. What is the difference between these two languages? Suppose in C language, if you declare a variable, at first you will be declaring this. After that, you will be initializing this variable. But in Python language, there is did not, okay, you does not bother about this. You only initialize this variable. Suppose if I have initializing 12. Okay, I am initializing 12. So what is the type of the, I does not declare what is the a is under which data type. Okay, so the a is A under which data type? Suppose if I type type of A, so the class is int. I am saying that say everything in Python is treating as a objects. Okay, everything in Python is treating as a object. So a is a variable. A equal to 12. It means that whatever you initializing that, the Python interpreter automatically uh, know that this variable under this data, because 12 is a integer data. Okay, so a will be have a integer data type under the integer data type, sorry, integer data type. Okay, so what is the type of a int? Okay, so after if you initializing which data type? Float. What the problem? A equal to 12 and a equal to 12.5, the both are different, na? Okay, the object, what is the equal to 12? In this time, the type of the, what is the type of the class is int. Okay, in this case, a is referring this object 12. Okay, and a equal to 12.5. So it is a float or decimal number. Okay, or point number, decimal number 12.5. Okay, so in this point of time, the variable is once, but it initializing at a time two variables. So how is it possible? So the a is a object. Okay, the a variable is not an object of the class. Object of the class. Here the 12 and 12.5 is an object, and a is a variable. Okay, a pointing, or you can say pointing. Okay, a pointing at a time the two objects at a time. A pointing two objects at a time. Here, when the 12.5 is a object, this time 12 is a object. Okay, okay. The Python, all objects are immutable. In Python, all objects are immutable. Okay, when a refer is a 12.5, this object in this time 12 object is deleted or flush out when refer is 0. Okay, so it means that a is a variable. At first, a is a variable. Okay, a is a variable. It will be pointing the 12. Okay, when I am saying that, it will be pointing the both objects at a time. Okay, it means that when it will be pointing the pointer is does not pointing at a time in two locations. It will be not possible for the pointer. Okay, so I am saying a wrong. Okay, so what is the correct? The correct is when the a variable is pointing the 12, in this time it will does not pointing the 12.5, and when it will be pointing the 12.5, in that point of time it does not pointing the 12. Okay, so this is the main reason. When it is pointing the 12.5, the class of this variable is float. Okay, so the second one is the how in C we see that how we can write our comments. Okay, to enhance our code readability of the code, we write the comments. Okay, in Python we also can do this. Okay, in using the hash, you can write your comment. Okay, whatever you can comment beside the code. Okay, you can using the hash symbol, you can write your whatever the comments. Okay, so in Python, there is a no concept of character. The another thing is, in Python there is a no concept of character. I'm saying that a little bit. In Python there is a no concept of character. In Python everything will be string. Okay, no concept of character. Oh, I am telling that briefly in our next two videos. Okay, so if you see a notice here, what is the three arrows, it is nothing but the shell prom. Okay, the Python shell is a interactive shell. Okay, it is a shell prom. Okay, So in Python we discuss about the int. There are some specialties of the int. Then Python searching the Python professionals. Okay, means which are the build this language. The you can say mm the peoples, the communities, okay, the Python community, those peoples who are controlling, okay, those who are updating this version of the Python, they see that the many of the users, those who are use Python, are many of the users search between the -5 -5 to 256. So many users search between this range. Many users search the numbers between this. But beyond this, okay, so the objects are predefined by the Python community peoples. Okay, whatever the -5 to 256, these objects are freely defined by the Python community peoples. Okay, whatever beyond this, okay, I mean that whatever the objects less than the -5 and greater than the 256, these objects are dynamically created at a time in the Python interpreter. These objects are created dynamically, okay, by the Python interpreter. Okay, beyond this, I am saying that less than -5 and greater than 256, beyond this range, whatever objects are initializing by the user, these objects are created dynamically at a time. Okay, or whatever the objects between these -5 to 256, these objects are freely created by the Python community peoples. Okay, so I am ending here. I am ending this video tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are talking about the float data type. Okay. So till then, bye bye to all of you. Okay. So please like and subscribe this my channel. Okay. To know about more about the Python. It is a very interesting language. So bye bye, Tata. Take care.